Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Trending, where we count down the top 5 stories making waves on the internet. I am Mercy Irabo, and yes, we are back again with another hot one because apparently the internet does not believe in giving us a break. And as usual, I have my co-host right here with me today. Mr. Michael, welcome to Trending.
Well, yes, you do know I'm trending. We tend to always enjoy talking about, well, you might say the gossip, but also those stories that are making the rounds, especially as it concerns social media and the internet.
Okay, thank you so much for joining me and accepting to be my gossip mate for today. Guys, on today's edition, we have relationship advice, police drama, church controversy, and one international love story that has Nigerians asking plenty questions. Oh yeah, let's get straight into the gist. Coming in at number 5, ladies, gather here first. Our enemies will not laugh at us because the way it's looking today is as if somebody will laugh at us today. A female pastor has sparked conversation after advising young women that if you do not have a job, you do not have anything you're doing, and you cannot even afford your own flight ticket, you should not get married. Now, that's one way to start a Wednesday morning. Let's watch the video.
Cannot pay for your flight ticket, don't marry. Yes. If you're a young lady, you cannot pay for your flight ticket, don't do what? If you're a young lady, you don't have a job, don't what? Don't dream. It is not test by moonlight. If you don't have anything you are doing whatsoever, don't marry. A man can navigate his life, but a woman cannot navigate inside marriage. It's hard. It's very, very hard for you to navigate. That's why you see some women, when they get married to somebody that is not meant for them, they will stay there. It's not as if they cannot come out. They are thinking of how to come out and begin to start all over again, navigate through life. And the marriages we see these days are not the same marriage of my father those days.
Well, her argument has Nigerians asking whether financial independence should be considered before marriage. At this point, before you say I do, you should also be able to say, I can sort myself out. Honey, don't worry about that. I can sort it out. But is this good advice, or is marriage being turned into another financial qualification? At this point, I know Mr. Michael will say, I am fully in support of this very lady, but let's hear what he has to say.
Well, anyway, I'm happy you are letting me talk. And you not assuming I will say.
Okay.
For me, it's really funny. And why I say it's funny, it has more like a two-headed coin. The first head is, yes, she might be right, but not taking it to that far context of, if they can't pay for your flight, this and that, no. We're taking it too far. The truth is, any lady that is up to that age of getting married should have something she needs to do. So when she comes into the marriage, she's not more like a liability to the husband. But in actual sense, why put so much pressure on a lady that doesn't have what she's doing, and you're telling her if she doesn't have what she's doing, then she should not get married? Come on. The pressure is already on her not being married in the first place. Now you are putting another pressure that she needs to have something to do before she gets married. Should that be the qualification to get married? It's a question. Should love not be it? Should you not being ripe enough for it be it? Should you not be in the right relationship be a reason? I've seen many ladies that they had nothing doing, but when they got married, that's when they started something, and they did incredibly well. I will not want to mention, but we have our brothers and sisters in the East. Sometimes the women don't even have what they are doing. When they get married, they end up managing the husband's business, and they do it so very well that sometimes you wonder, really, these are the missing link, and this is the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh. So, madam, please, I looked at her finger. There was no wedding ring. Maybe she's talking from experience or talking from her own point of view. That question will be thrown to her. And I know when we ask her that question, it will also trend.
Guys, funny enough, Mr. Michael, do you know this is the first time you are disappointing me?
Well,
like I'm really, really disappointed at this point. I was waiting to throw, the basketballs. Like,
I will not give you that
real men. I wanted to start the whole real men talks. You know how we do these things. Real men, yes. For she talking, maybe she has really not experienced love. Some persons, you really do not blame them because how about you do some background check, you find the way she was brought up and all of these things. Most time it affects these persons and then they just come out to feel like they need to start giving advices to people and all of that. But knowing the fact that some men, some odogus, they really do not want their wives to do anything. They just tell you, baby, just relax and be taken care of. I don't want to stress you. I can do all of it. I've actually seen, apart from social media and all of that, I've actually seen someone that the husband said, I do not want you to do anything. I did not marry you to do all of these things. And trust me, he did not say that because he wants her to do all of the house chores and everything. He employed nanny for her to take care of the children. He got her a cook. He got everything. So she's really not doing anything. The only duty she has to do is, the bedroom duty. And then next thing, recreating, producing children for him. That's the only thing. I don't need you to work. I don't need you to do anything. I did not marry you for that. So when these people just come and start talking, I just feel like you've really not experienced love. Guys, away from that, we are not doing relationship advice today. Let's say what we have as our number 4 story for today. And this one is definitely entering another relationship debate. A Nigerian lady says, we need to stop telling women, if you leave this marriage, you don't know what kind of man you will meet outside. According to her, that kind of advice promotes what she calls a scarcity mindset. She went further to argue that there are enough men in the world and that women shouldn't be made to feel like living an unhappy marriage means they will never find another partner. And in her conclusion, there are enough men to go around. Let's watch the video.
Mind you, the population of men on earth is 300,000 plus more than women. So a woman can choose to have more than one man. It will go around.
One of the worst people you can listen to for advice are married women.
Yes.
The old generation.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to quickly speak on the scarcity mindset that has been flying up and down here. There is a scarcity mindset and the drama to put fear in the lives of women. And that agenda needs to end. Marriage is not the be-all and see-all. If it's not working, it's not working. We have people who are divorced here. They are not dead. They are fine. They are thriving. If you have a partner as a man or a woman who wants to end your life directly or indirectly, you are not forced to stay in such a union. You can walk away.
Guys, just like that, she has opened a whole relationship seminar on social media. But let's ask the real question. Should women and men be encouraged to stay in relationships simply because they are afraid they won't find somebody else? Let's hear what my co-host thinks about this very discussion today.
If it's an abusive relationship, please go. But if it's not an abusive relationship, it's a relationship that you are now comparing, you are now wishing, you are now having that, what level should I be? Am I of the same level with what I'm getting? Then I will plead with you, have a rethink. Now let's look at it. Yeah, she made some very major important points. Are the men out there? The question is, are the real men out there? Not the men. There's a difference between the men and the real men. Just like I will also say, there's a difference between a wife and a knife. Totally different.
Okay.
So that's number one. And the mindset of, if a man hurts me, I have to leave. I will definitely get a better one out there. What makes you feel a better one will come? What would give you that mindset that, I'll definitely have someone better than who I've seen many people end up in regrets.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you always feel, what I have is, I'm not getting measurable to who I am. What's that? Every marriage has their up and down. Every marriage, the person you are leaving to go live with another, You don't know who he is and what he has gone through. So you cleaving with the baggages you are living and taking your baggages, go and cleave with somebody that has his own baggages. What make you also fit? That's why we end up having many women going through the first, second, third marriage, fourth marriage, and at the end, they leave it all on the spiritual altar. Let us live spirituality and use common sense. For me, I'm not after the mindset of, if I live here, I'll see somebody better. Sometimes you make what's in the room more appreciable than what you see hanging on the shelf.
Okay, so she actually said something that we should stop promoting the scarcity mindset. I understand that because even in the Bible, I think we've read a passage where they said a time would come when some numbers of women will beg just a man to say, please, just allow me answer your name. And I feel like a whole lot of persons already have that mindset that, at this point, no men outside. But maybe you said real men, no real men outside. And a whole lot of persons, they could be in relationship. I would say they're not even promoting the fact that no real men, but they're promoting the fact that no men outside. Men are scarce. It's not the first time I hear that. And then this woman is in an abusive marriage or relationship, but she doesn't want to leave because she feels like, if I leave now, I will not see somebody outside. I will not see men. And then, especially for the married women, people tend to tell them or advise them that if you've given birth, do not leave that marriage. You know why? Because you will end up being baby mama, baby mama, baby mama to several men, because everybody just want to use you. They want to dump you. You will never see anyone that would want to put you in their home again as a housewife or something. So I feel like they're promoting this whole scarcity thing. Even in church, they do it. They tell you, do not leave your marriage because the one you're going to might be worse. Well, life is not Nollywood. I'll keep saying that because you might leave and the next thing that is happening to you is your forever after. And then you're wondering, do we actually have good men like this? So I feel like do what works for you. Stop taking advices from people telling you, if you leave your marriage, you might meet a very terrible person outside. You might meet a monster outside. So like I said, today is not a day to give relationship advice. Let's quickly leave that and see what we have as our number 3 story for today. So now we're leaving relationship matter and entering who sent you territory. A lady has reportedly been left frightened after some men in mufti arrived at her residence claiming to be police officers and saying they had come to arrest her. According to her account, the men said she had refused to honor a police invitation. But the lady insists, according to her, she never received any police invitation in the first place. Now, this is where things get really, really interesting. Let's watch the video.
Do whatever.
Well, who are you? Who are you, sir? Who are you?
Can you relax?
How did you get into my compound?
Don't worry.
Why did you break into my door?
Nobody break into your door.
Okay, sir, I'm here. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Understand?
Oh yeah, video.
I'm listening.
You can come outside.
I can't come outside. Talk to me.
No, you can come outside.
I can't come outside. Talk to me. Why are you here?
There's a petition against your person.
From where?
You understand?
From petition from who?
Show you the petition.
No, you can see I'm here. You can hear
Madam,
me.
We don't want to.
Who is the person that petitioned me?
Follow us to Lambasa, then we'll kind of talk about it.
Then you guys broke into my
Nobody
apartment.
broke into your apartment. Your maid opened that door. Understand?
Yeah.
Your maid opened that door. So you just.
So why are you backing in my
Nobody
passage?
is back. We are knocking for you to come.
Did you send me the petition? Did you send me the petition on WhatsApp? I didn't come.
They have sent you several invitations.
Nobody sent me invitation.
Don't worry, come on.
Nobody sent me invitation. Nigerians, sir.
Are you coming out?
Nigerians, sir.
Come out.
Who sent me petition?
Madam, come out.
You did not send me any invitation.
Madam, come out. Please.
Nigerians, come and help me, You did not send me any invitation, sir. You did not send me, She did not send me, I'm on pants. I'm on pants,
Well, when people show up in plain clothes and say they are police officers, you can imagine the confusion and fear that can follow. So the big question online is, how is an ordinary person supposed to verify that People claiming to be law enforcement officers are actually who they say they are. Because left alone, you know, the insecurity going on in the country, nobody would just want to open their doors to people like this because they don't want to open doors to criminals. You're not putting on the right outfits for your kind of job, and then you're telling me you're police officers trying to show me ID card and all of that. I'm sure criminals could operate with ID cards too. Why are you not putting on the right outfit for your kind of job? Mr. Michael, what do you think?
Well, you're quite right. And I would just really want to say, in this era of grave insecurity, it will make common sense if she was also served a notice of invitation. Served a notice of invitation. You cannot come to somebody's house and claim you are coming to arrest her because she failed to
honor the
previous invitation.
Yeah.
What are those previous? And she has always insisted that there was no previous invitation.
Exactly.
And now coming on and putting plain clothes, not your required uniform, it even makes it more scary. Exactly. And even more in doubt that they are really pure policemen. You know, this is where we seem to lose it. I wonder why even a female police officer cannot come to arrest a woman.
Exactly.
And you are now sending men. You come on, you know it's a woman. Come with your main clothes uniform. You come there as a female and you invite her and she'll definitely come. She'll feel more secured going ahead with some certain women than going with a man. Exactly. So this is where common sense and pure professionalism has to come in. The Nigerian police force should please up their act, up their game, and ensure, I'm just saying, in case these persons are real policemen, I'm just saying, in future issues like this, send a female police officer, send her an invitation, maybe it could even be a bench warrant, whatever, but send it to her, because whoever is making that petition might even come along to confirm that, yes, I was the one that wrote the petition, you are being invited on account of this. But not coming with plain clothes when we are in the era of insecurity and you are telling her to open her abode. Come on, does that make any sense?
Mr. Michael, you were talking about common sense, but the truth is, common sense is not common.
Wow.
So at this point, I really do not know what to say, but we should call on the Inspector General of Police to see what could be done to verify this issue. Let's even know if this person's are real police officers. Let's even know if they are actual police officers. And Mr. Michael said a lot, so I feel like they should look into this. If you're going to arrest a female, then why not go with a female officer rather than going? We could hear the girl screaming that she was not putting on a dress or anything. So just imagine barging into a room and seeing her almost in that very state. So I feel like when going, you should go with female police officers. So we hope that we get updates on this very issue. And once we do, and it finds its way to our top 5, we'll definitely bring it to you. Away from that, let's see what we have as our number 2 story for today. Guys, we've now entered church matter. We've done relationship, we've done police drama. Now it is church. A Nigerian man of God has questioned evangelist Tonto Dikeh's decision to open a prayer ministry. He reportedly asked, what does Tonto Dikeh know in the spiritual that convinced her to open a prayer ministry? And he did not just stop there, but you will not hear the rest from my mouth. Let's watch the video.
Tonto Dikeh know for spiritual. Where go make and go open church. Build the church worth of 300 million. I was seeing this yesterday. How did we arrive here? How did we come here? The other day, you get out here, this fish club, they just like Marie Queen. In the old time of God. And do you know the funny thing? All those Agbaje, they go food here. But how do they try to make Agbaje reduce? Then they send people into the water again. Amen and amen. Amen. Let me tell you, if I become president, before you will open the church, you must pass through screening. Yes, sir. They have done churches to become churches. Christianity not done to. And people, can you see a woman who just go open and say, never. Female imam, have you female waiting? Female alpha. Never. Have you ever seen it? At all. Have you ever seen woman climbing altar of a Muslim? Let me tell you, that is why people will never take Christianity serious in this country. Yes, sir. Which year in the bed for Jerry's church? Which year in the bed when Dr. Bishop to become general was here? Who is training all those married people? How do we arrive here? Holy God! How do we arrive here? You were the general overseer. There are good women, Women when they give kitchen, they never feel manage kitchen finish. You carry them up for a church. Why Why corruption not enter Christianity? Huh? Since the day when we started having mommy shiro and daddy shiro, many women today don't they respect their husband. From the enter.
That statement alone can carry us from Wednesday morning till Friday. And this brings us back to something we've discussed before. I think we did this very topic yesterday. When a celebrity enters ministry, should people automatically support them, or should they examine their teachings and calling just like anyone else? And for the Christians watching, does celebrity status influence who people listen to spiritually? Because the moment a popular person enters the church space, social media is already there with front row seats. So we've been having this whole thing, and I for real, I cannot just wait to just pass through this phase of Tonto Dikeh's prayer ministry here and there on the internet and all of these things going on. The truth is, let this lady breathe. That's what I feel, because everybody's just talking. She's getting the bass bulls from left to right and center. I just feel like they should just allow her. Let her be. You cannot really judge. What if God really called her, like she said? Because a whole lot of persons are trying to look at her past life and then saying all of these things. But personally, I feel like I have issues with this very man. He's giving this whole vibe of, you know, alpha male. Women are supposed to be in the kitchen. Like, this is 2026, for crying out loud. Are we still having men with that kind of mindset, saying women's duties end in the kitchen? They're not supposed to do something else. They're not supposed to do this. We're not supposed to have mommy geos, because women do not respect their husband just because they're mommy geos and all of that. I really want to have a sit out with this very pastor. I really want him to mention names. For real, I want him to mention names. Give me the names of those mommy geos that you know that since they anointed them, they started disrespecting their husband. Or maybe it's a personal story. Or what do you think, Mr. Michael?
Well, what I think is this is not the first time we're hearing such criticism. And I would like us to go back to the Bible. You know, when the disciples of Jesus, then disciples, not apostles, when they were going around with Jesus, the Pharisees and the Sadducees questioned their qualification. In even talking, they even questioned Jesus' qualification in talking about the gospel. They felt they knew it all. They felt they were a special kind of people that were only made to serve God. But that did not go well. And this is what we're seeing here. What gives you that right to question whether a person is now truly a born again or not? That is where I find it really scary that he's saying. And he talked about marine spirits. Come on. He should understand that he can be sued for that.
Exactly.
He can be. And, you know, let's pass this mentality of judging who people are. She came to God. If she has gotten a new direction, she has gotten a new change, you are not the gateway to heaven. Let God do that judging and not you. Do yours to the best of your ability and ensure that you win more souls to Christ and not scatter the vineyard, all in the sense of you are criticizing this and that. And should even getting or being on the pulpit a male or female team. Or except maybe he's saying no, I'm saying no. Maybe he has gone to heaven and noticed it's only men that are there. I don't know.
Maybe.
So maybe, but I plead with him that, come on, such mentality should not, and please do not equate Christianity and Islam. There are two different religions, practice two different ways of doing things. And this is the extremism that is in Christianity that some people are kicking against.
And you know the fact that it's coming from a pastor. It baffles me, really. Like, these pastors will tell you, you need to give your life to Christ. They need to win souls for Christ and all of that. So now you've won this person. You've won this soul to Christ, but you're still judging the person. So is that how Christianity is supposed to work? I'm still confused, because this is coming from a pastor. Well, away from that very story, let's quickly take our number one story for today. Guys, this one is giving us "Love is Blind" written all over it. An older foreign woman has reportedly traveled all the way from the United States to Nigeria to meet her young Nigerian lover. And when she arrived, she reportedly told him, "You are the best thing that has ever happened to me." Aww, let's watch the video.
You can't fight all of
Baby. Baby. Hello. Sexy girl. Can you clock it for me? Huh? Do like this. What's the best thing that ever happened to you, baby?
You.
Me? Are you sure?
Don't ask me if I'm sure again.
Oh, guys, lots of awe, but Nigerians, instead of saying on to true love, they said, wait first, is this love? Social media has been buzzing over the unusual age gap relationship, with many people questioning whether the connection is genuine. But honestly, without knowing these people's private lives, only they can really tell us what their relationship is about. Still, America to Nigeria for love. The woman said distance is not an excuse. Me, I'm seeing true love. I don't know if Mr. Michael is seeing anything different.
Well, anyway, all I would say is that it looks as if grandmother has gotten her groove back. And when the guy said baby, I was thinking he was talking to the woman carrying the baby along.
Yeah.
But you know, who am I to judge? The country for many is hard. Anyway, you can escape. Sorry, are we still talking about escape?
We're talking about true love, Mr.
Okay,
Michael.
sorry.
Yeah, true love.
I know you can escape poverty and find true love.
True love. Yeah.
So
Using
we understand. Yes.
Yeah.
But please, the only thing that got me really interested is the call of baby. Please, you can have other sweet, matured name for matured women like that. You understand? You can call her sweet granny. You can call her
Auntie baby.
Auntie baby. You can call her baby for real.
God.
You understand? But calling her baby and she's, come on, I will plead with men like this. That is why you end up seeing that this woman, I've had a situation when you forget that the age difference is there. So also the energy, the connection, and the vibe. Please, young men, take it easy. That's why sometimes these women come and they end up being killed on account of exhausted, you understand, baby. So please, I'm pleading with her, with this young
you know,
man.
Mr.
Calm
Michael,
down.
When I entered the comment section, I was just seeing that a whole lot of guys feel like it's a flex. For real, a whole lot of guys were in the comment section saying, please, where did you meet her? Please, can you link me up to her sisters? Can you link me up to her friends?
They want to jackpot.
No, I don't think this is jackpot. I feel like it might really be true love. Guys, we really do not have enough time.
Is it the glasses she's putting on? Or is it the hair? Or is this
But she looks, as long as she can clock it.
Oh, yeah.
You saw her clocking it. So why not? She's still giving him the Gen Z vibes.
Yeah.
He needs the Gen Z in the, grandmother's kind of form. Everybody, they have their spec. That's the kind of spec that he wants.
He likes grandmommy baby.
That has the Gen Z vibes, right? So guys, we do not have enough time. We have to wrap up on today's trending. And we've had really interesting stories from marriage advice to police drama, church controversy, and international romance. Wednesday came with premium gist. But now, we want to hear from you. Which story got you talking today? Drop your thoughts and let's hear what you think in the comment section of all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV. And of course, thank you so much to Mr. Michael for joining me today.
Well, anyway, the stories are always there, and some can be hilarious, some can be old grandmommy getting a vibe, anything, and that's why we always enjoy talking about it.
All right, thank you so much for coming. What would I have done without you, Mr. Michael?
Well, anyway, I know it's not a baby thing.
Until next time, I remain Mercy Irabo. Bye for now.